Someone at FlexiSpot watched my channel on YouTube, and they see I'm sitting down a lot. And they said, have you thought about a standing desk? So after a few communications, I decided to give it a try, and they sent me an evaluation one up. Okay, so it either comes as only the motor unit, or you can buy the motor unit and the desktop. It's up to you. The box is 28 kilograms, so it's quite heavy. And the top, the desk, you can go up to 100 kilos. So if you've got a lot of equipment, that sort of thing, you're probably still all right. So my TS 990S, for instance, I happen to know weighs about 25 kilos, I think it is. My desk itself is about 50 kilos. So I'd max out pretty soon if I put it all on. The user guide is pretty easy to follow. If you've ever done flat pack furniture, you'll know the sort of thing, but there's literally only about 15 nuts, bolts and screws, and it goes together really easy. It's just a case of following the manual. You know, I made one mistake at one point, probably because I'm filming and moving the camera and things around. So the motor units, they were a bit wobbly and I couldn't understand, but I realized that the horizontal bar was upside down. So that's my fault. I also found the remainder of the grommets in the box. There was one missing and I just felt, oh, maybe it might be in the box, and lucky it was. Now, all the holes are pre-drilled apart from the middle two, because they presumably don't know exactly where they're going to end up depending on the size of the desk. So I used my drill and used a little pilot hole. Just beware, don't go all the way through the other side. You only need to just take, you know, a few millimeters, quarter of an inch, you know, to get all the way in. The wiring is really easy to follow. You can't actually make a mistake because everything's unique in how it plugs in. Well, the only problem I did find was I wasn't quite sure where the hand controller plugged into the motor controller unit. Now, I plugged it into the first one next to the motor drive and left the outside one free. Maybe it's because you can have two, one at one side, one at the other. I don't know, but anyway, it worked. All right. Good idea not to bend your drill bit, maybe. I used my own cable ties for the cable tidying. That was nicely. They supply cable ties as well, but with glue lined, you know, stickies. I decided to use. I used some of those. Drilled a couple of holes as well. And as I said, in about 15 minutes it was all done. So I've been using this for about 2 weeks now. In use, it is genuinely super easy. I genuinely thought it was a bit of a novelty, but it's not. You've got up and down, certainly, but then you've got the programmable button. So you just hit M for memory and say, well, that's my standing position, my normal standing position. And then when you're down, you hit the M again, you hit the sit button. And there we are. Well, you just hold it on for 2 or 3 seconds. And then you've got a couple of intermediates, number 3 and number 4. I found in use that if I was like watching something, like watching a video or trying to read a manual, I wanted it a little bit higher. And if I was actually typing it, I'd lower it down a little bit. So, you know, hey, thanks, FlexiSpot. They've asked me to put some links in the description. I don't earn off that. My reward is I'm keeping, I think, unless they send a truck around, I'm going to keep the evaluation model, and why not? And they deserve a little bit of a shout out because they've been extremely professional in their approach and how they've discussed everything with me. Bear in mind, last thing is you will need a desk mount monitor world, not wall, unless it's got a lot of up and down movement. So I might have to invest in something along there unless I carry on using the laptop. And that's it, FlexiSpot. Thank you very much indeed. The link is in the description. It's their site here, as it so happens, and I think they're doing a bit of a launch in the UK at the moment. Enjoy, whatever, might be your thing. 100 kilos is a lot, so I'm sure you can fit, you know, most of your gear on. Maybe not the Acom 2000. Leave that on the floor. All right, that's all for today. All right, enjoy. I'll see you on the next one. Next video's coming up. Bye for now.